what's up guys, welcome to another playthrough of Mage Knight. Today we're going to be playing as Krang. We have a blue, green and black in the source. Our unit offer is the Herbalist, Scouts and Udem Swordsman. We have a maximal effect for our Monastery advanced action, and then our advanced action offer is Swift Bolt, Training and Chivalry. And for our spell offer we have Wings of Wind, Wings of Night, Cure Disease and Offering Sacrifice. We can draw our first hand of 5, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and we get Rage, Concentration, March, Mana Draw and Determination. I think here we will probably come up this way, probably take out him and then maybe come over this way or go to the village and explore from here. I don't think it's worth going over here, spending a bunch of movement and not having a unit to take into the maze. So I think I'll go for planning here. The dummy player is going to take number 2. So Rethink is out of the game now. They're going to go first and they get 1, 2 and 3. It's a white, so 2 more, 1 and 2. For us, I think I'm going to go with Concentration, powered by the green in the source, with March for a move of 6, and then Rage sideways for a move of 7. That gets us 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we will start with the gold mana on the next turn. And so this gets re-rolled. We're gonna draw, oh, it's another black, great. These get discarded. We are going to draw another 4 because of planning. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we get Tranquility, Stamina, Ruthless Coercion and Rage. Dummy player 1, 2 and 3. It's a red. They don't go again. Back to us. And I think here let's take on the orc. So we'll use the gold that we had for starting on the magical glade. And no, sorry, we'll use the blue for a block of 5. So he's fully blocked, and then we need 6 points of inefficient attack, and we can get that with Rage, using the gold for attack of 4, Tranquility sideways and Stamina sideways. So that's enough to take him out. We get +1 reputation and +4 fame, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we do level up here. We're left with 2 in hand. These get discarded. This gets re-rolled. It's a green. We'll take a choice between, so the top one is going to be Regenerate, pay a mana of any color and throw away a wound from your hand. If you use red mana to do this, or you have the least fame, then also draw a card. And then the bottom one is Arcane Disguise. Once a turn, influence 2, or you may flip this token to ignore all effects from your position on the reputation track. You may flip it back on any turn by paying a green mana. I think I'm going to take the Arcane Disguise here, and we might be able to recruit something in the monastery, so we'll go for that. The common skill is that's the co-op one for Wolfhawk. For advanced action, I'm looking at either taking Swift Bolt or Chivalry. I think I'm gonna take Swift Bolt, having that ranged attack, and then the white mana is pretty strong. The new one is Blood Ritual, and then we'll draw up to our hand limit +1 because of planning. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we get Stamina, Swiftness and Swift Bolt. Dummy player 1, 2 and 3. It's a blue. They get 1 more. Back to us. And I think here let's go with Stamina, using the gold that we get for starting on a magical glade for a move of 4, and then we can play Swiftness for a move of 2. That's a move of 6, gets us onto the monastery. And then I think I will recruit the Herbalist here, using Ruthless Coercion, influence 2, and we get a discount of 2, so that would only be 1 influence needed. We also had our skill as well. We could try maybe get maximal effect here, but it's not a card I really particularly like, so I think I'll just leave it there, and we'll end our turn there. So we're getting another 3 cards, 1, 2 and 3, and we get Crystallize, Promise and Savage Harvesting. Dummy player then 1, 2 and 3. It's a white. They get 2 more. They're going to declare it end of round next turn back to us. And I think here let's explore using our swiftness for a move of 2, and we get tile number 3. Okay, so there's a keep at the top there. That goes face down, and that is all on that tile. I think we will end our turn there, so we'll draw our last card, and it is improvisation. So dummy player declares end of round, and then it's us. And I think here let's use our herbalist for a green mana token, which we can use with savage harvesting for a move of 4. We can first of all actually let's play Swiftbolt for a white to our inventory, and then we can use our move 4 to move 2 there, 2 there, and we'll discard the white promise and then improvisation. That'll get us a white and a red to our inventory, and then we can play crystallize with the green from the source for a green to our inventory, and I think we'll end our turn there. So that's going to end the round. We'll tidy these away. Okay, so we're going to get a new unit offer, and the units are the peasants, again, and the red cape monks. The advanced actions, then we still have 1 monastery, and the new one is mountain lore. They're going to take training. These advance, and the new one we get is heroic tale. They're going to get a white into their inventory or wings of wind. These advance, and the new spell is going to be, let me just get down here. The new spell is going to be flame wall, flame wave. Then we can re-roll the source. That's 2 reds and a gold, and we can shuffle up and go on to the next round. Okay, before we go on, I forgot to decrease my reputation by 1 for using ruthless coercion on the last turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we get stamina, swiftness, determination, promise, and rage. For tactics here, I think I'm just going to take from the dusk, and then that'll allow us to go first. Hopefully we get a fast start. Long night is out of the game for the dummy player, so we are going to go first here, and we will play stamina to explore 2. For 2 we'll explore here, and that is tile number 9, right next to a keep. There's also a mage tower which face down, and a dungeon on the far side. Okay, so I think we'll end our turn there. We'll leave promise, and we'll be left with these 3 in hand. So we'll draw another 2, and we get ruthless coercion and Swiftbolt. Dummy player 1, 2, and 3. It's a red. They don't go again back to us. I think here let's go with swiftness for move 2, ruthless coercion sideways for move 3, and rage for move of 4. So we'll get 2 here, and then we can explore here, and it is tile number 11, right next to an orc. So the orc is going to go face up. That's cumbersome. 4 to 5 physical resistance, 2 armor. Mage tower face down, and a ruins token that also goes face down. That's a pretty nasty setup there. So we'll end our turn there. These 3 get discarded, and we get 3 more. So 1, 2, and 3, and we get mana draw, improvisation, and march. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a white. They get 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Back to us. And I think here let's go with march for move. Well, we'll engage the orc. March for move 2. Improvisation with a red from the source for move 5. So he is fully blocked. And then we can play Swiftbolt with a white for a range attack of 4, which is enough inefficient attack to take him out. We get +1 reputation, +4 fame, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's enough for another level up. This gets re-rolled. It's a black, and then we are discarding these, and we draw another 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we get Savage Harvesting, Crystallize, Concentration, and Rage. Dummy player, 1, 2, and 3. It's a white, 3 more, so 1, 2, and 3. Back to us. I think here let's use our Herbalist for a green. And we'll use that with Savage Harvesting for a move of 4. We'll get into the keep. And it's going to be, so 4 physical attack, 2 fire attack, fire resistance, and 4 armor. We'll lose 1 reputation for assaulting the keep. We are going to take 3 wounds in the hand, so 1, 2, 3, and then we'll use Rage with the red for an attack of 4, which is enough to take him out. Although if we use 2, 3, yeah, let's use that. So that's 5 fame, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Another reputation loss. It's not enough to level up. This gets re-rolled, it's a red. These go away. We're left with 6 cards in hand, so we won't draw any more. Dummy player, 1, 2, they're going to declare end run the next turn. Back to us, and I think here let's move 2 there, so we can explore here, and it's going to be, I'm sorry, we should have a shield token. It's going to be tile number 2. So there's an orc up at the top, and then we can probably discard mana draw. We'll be left with these 3 in hand. We will draw the other 3 because our hand limit's 1 higher for our keep, and we get Stamina, Tranquility, and Swiftness. Dummy player declares end of round. It's back to us. And sorry, that orc should have been face up. It is 3 physical attack with Swiftness and 4 armor. For us, I think I'm going to use Tranquility with the green from our inventory for a heal of 2. So we'll get rid of those 2. We have 1 left, and then I'll play Stamina and Swiftness for a move of 2 each to get us there, and we will end it there, I think. So this source gets renewed, and it's 2 blues and a gold, and then the unit offer also get renewed, and that's going to be illusionists, the peasants, and the scouts. The advanced action gets replaced with steady tempo. These dummy player takes chivalry, these advance, and the new one is going to be force of nature. And then the spells, they take a green into their inventory for cure disease. The spells advance, and the new one we get is going to be space bending, time bending, and then we can shuffle up for the next round. Okay, and we should have revealed the ruins and the mage tower here. So the ruins is 3 red mana for 7 fame, and the mage tower is 6 physical attack, assassination, poison, arcane immunity, and 6 armor. So we'll draw up to our hand limit +1 for our keep, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we get Tranquility, Stamina, Promise, Ruthless Coercion, Crystallize, and Swiftness. For our tactics, I think I'm going to take Great Start here, so we'll get 2 more, and we get March and Rage. The dummy player is going to go with number 5 is gone, number 1 Early Bird is gone, so they're going to go first, and they go 1, 2, and 3. It's a red, they don't go again. Back to us, and I think here let's use a gold from the source with Tranquility for draw 2 more cards, and we get Determination and Swift Bolt. Okay, I think let's end it there. So that is a gold. So we won't draw any more cards. So dummy player 1, 2, and 3. It's a green. They get 1 more. For us, I think I'm going to march for move of 2. That gets us into the mage tower. We lose our reputation. We're going to play Determination with the blue for a block of 5, and then Stamina sideways for a block of 6. So he's fully blocked. We can play Rage with the red from our inventory for an attack of 4, and then I think we'll play Crystallize sideways for an attack of 5, and probably Swiftness sideways for an attack of 6. So that is enough to take him out. We get 5 fame, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. we are going to level up. We get a shield token and a spell for our reward. So we'll tidy these up. This gets re-rolled. It's a green, and yeah, we are getting a spell first of all, and I think I'm going to take Flame Wall, Flame Wave. These advance, and the new spell is going to be Snowstorm Blizzard. For our level up then, I can have a choice between the co-op skill, which I think is called Mana Enhancement, or the bottom one is Shamanic Ritual. Flip this to gain a mana token of any color. You may flip it back as your action for the turn. I think I'm going to take that for sure. The common skill is that one is called Know Your Prey. And then for our advanced action, I'm going to take Force of Nature, and the new one that we get is going to be Firebolt. So we will draw up to our hand limit of 3 plus another 2, so 1, 2, and we get Flame Wall and Force of Nature. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a blue. They get 1 more back to us. And I think here let's go with Promise with a gold from the source. For influence of 4, we'll play Ruthless Coercion. For influence of 2, we won't use the discount, so we won't take the reputation hit. And we have 2 influence there, so that's influence of 8. Less 1 on our reputation track is 7. So we can recruit the illusionists here. We'll end our turn there. This gets re-rolled. It's another gold. And we draw up to our hand limit, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 and 5, and we get a wound and improvisation. Dummy player 1, 2, and 3. It's a white, so 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Back to us, and I think here let's go with improvisation with the gold from the source. We'll discard Force of Nature with that. So that's a total move of 5. That gets us 3 there, and then we can explore here for another 2. And we get tile number 6. Okay, so there's an orc which goes face up, and that's going to be 3 physical attack, brutal, fire, ice resistance, unfortified, and 5 armor. Okay, and then I think I'll play Flame Wall and Swift Bolt sideways for a move of 2, which gets us this tile, and it's not a city tile, but we do have a ruins, which goes face up, and it's a grey and a brown enemy for an artifact. There's a Draconum, which is face up, 6 cold fire attack, brutal, fire, ice resistance, and 9 armor. And then there's a keep, which goes face down. We're left with 1 in hand. This gets re-rolled. It's a red. Okay, so we get another 4, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we get mana draw, stamina, concentration, and rage. Dummy player then is going to declare end of round the next turn. Back to us, and I think here let's go with stamina with the blue from the source for a move of 4. I think we'll go here, and then we'll reveal what's in the keep, and it is 3 physical attack with 3 armor, doubly fortified, or sorry, 3 fame, doubly fortified, and 7 armor. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We will draw 1 more here, so I could I think I'm going to play mana draw to be able to use a second dice from the source. I'm going to use the green with our herbalist for a heal of 2. That gets rid of the wound. We're left with these 2 in hand. These get re-rolled, blue and 2 blues. Okay, so we will draw these last 2 cards, and they are Savage Harvesting and Swiftness. Dummy player declares end of round. Back to us, and here I think I'm going to engage the Draconum. So we can use this for a white mana token, which we're going to use with our illusionist for a target unfortified enemy does not attack this combat. And then we can play Rage with a red, so that's an attack of 4. We can use our Swiftness with a white from our inventory for an attack of 3, that's 7. And then these 2 sideways, 8, 9 is enough to take him out. We get +2 reputation and +9 fame, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 6, 7, 8, and 9. Yeah. We level up, and that is the round. So these get discarded and we re-roll the source. So with a black, green and white, we replace the unit offer. So we do have core tiles on the board, so we're getting elite units now. And the first one is going to be the catapults. The regular unit is going to be the Utum Guardsmen, and the second elite is going to be the sorcerers. That should be gone. Advanced actions, the monastery action is going to be replaced with temporal portal. They take blood ritual, these advance, and the new one that we get is going to be crushing bolt. They're going to get a red for offering sacrifice, these advance, and the new spell that we get is going to be mist form, veil of mist, and then we can ready these our skill and shuffle up for the next round. Okay, so we can draw up to our hand limit of 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and we get swiftness, stamina, swiftness, rage, crystallize and ruthless coercion. For tactics, I think I'm going to take probably want to go with preparation here. I think I'm going to take promise, and then hopefully we'll get some good recruitment going on the turn after we take the keep here. So I think I'll take the keep, hopefully recruit the catapults on the next turn, and then we can explore a couple more tiles from the keep. We'll also get a boost in our hand size as well. That is number 2, which is already gone. 1 gone, 2 again, 5, 6, the swearing power out, and we are going to go first. So let's, I think we will play stamina and swiftness for a move of 4, which gets us into the keep. We'll lose 1 reputation, and I think let's go with, let's take 1 wound to hand for that, and then we can use this skill for red, and we'll play rage with that red for an attack of 4, and then swiftness for an attack of 3 with the white from the source, which is enough to take him out. We get +3 fame, 1, 2, 3, and we then get a shield and a keep. We're left with 4 cards in hand, and we'll tidy these up. So that's a green, red goes away, and we have now a hand limit of 6 + 2 for our keep, so we get another 4 cards. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we get improvisation, concentration, rage and mana draw. Dummy player 1, 2 and 3, it's a red, they get 1 more back to us. And I think here let's play mana draw to be able to use 2 dice from the source. We'll use 1 green with the herbalist for a heal of 2, so we will get rid of that wound, and then we can use a second green with concentration, along with probably go with ruthless coercion, although if we let's use ruthless coercion, so that's going to be influence 6 + 2, so that's an influence of 8. We'll get influence of 2 there, so that's influence of 10. We can play improvisation with discarding crystallize for influence of 3, that's 13, and then promise for 2 is influence of 15, and we can recruit the catapults for 9 and the Utum Guardsmen for 5. And we will use those to replace the herbalists here, so they leave the game. Okay, and then we will end our turn there. So these get re-rolled, and it's a white and a blue. We are losing 1 reputation for using the stronger effect of ruthless coercion, and we're left with rage in hand. We'll draw back up to our hand limit of 6 + 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and we get force of nature, stamina, savage harvesting, tranquility, determination, swift bolt and flame wall, flame wave. So dummy player 1, 2 and 3, it's a blue, they get 1 more, so back to us. And I think here let's use stamina with the blue from the source for a move of 4, so we'll explore here first, and we get tile, so the green city. So there's 2 orcs. The first one is 3 physical attack with swiftness and 4 armor, and the second one is 4 physical attack, 2 armor, or 2 fame and 3 armor. And the green city at level 7 is going to be a grey, 2 brown and a white. So 1 grey, 2 brown and a white, and we get the city card. So physical attack will be brutal in here. So we're right next to the magical glade there. Yeah, so we'll use the other 2 points of movement to explore here, and it's going to be the red city. Okay, so let me just okay, so that red city at level so we're doing a Megapolis level 10, so that's going to be so we'll get the red city card, and then we draw 1 random one, and that one is going to be blue. So we'll set both of these to level 5, and then so we get for the red, that's going to be brown, purple and white. So brown, purple and white. And then for blue it's going to be 2 purple and 1 white. So 2 purple and 1 white. So the red goes there, and this is going to be like a joint garrison. So we'll put these here, I guess. And then there's going to be 2 Draconum. The one on the far side first is going to be a summoner, physical resistance and 8 armor. And then the one here is going to be 6 ice attack, paralyze, physical and ice resistance, and 7 armor. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I think we will let's end our turn there. This gets re-rolled. That's a white, and then we draw our last card, and it is March. Dummy player 1, 2, and 3. It's a red. They get 1 more. Back to us. And sorry, I should have as our action for the last turn, because we only explored, we didn't do an action, so I could have flipped this back. Okay, so for this turn then, I think here let's go with Savage Harvesting on March for move of 4. That gets us there, and we can reveal what's in the Megapolis. So 5 ice attack, ice resistance, 6 armor, 6 fire attack, fire resistance, 5 armor, 3 ice attack, fire resistance, paralyze, swiftness, 7 armor, 2 attacks of 3 physical each with brutal, unfortified, 7 armor, 4 cold fire attack, elusive arcane immunity, and 8 fire attack, cumbersome, doubly fortified with 7 armor. Yeah, that is going to be the Megapolis. And then here I think I will engage this guy in combat. So we will use a white from the source with our illusionist for target unfortified enemy does not attack this combat, so he's not attacking. And then we can use this for a red mana token, which we would use with Flame Wall for a fire attack of 5. And then we can play Rage and Determination for an attack of 4. So the fire attack is efficient against him. So we need another 4 points of inefficient attack, which we got from Rage and Determination. So we get +2 reputation and +8 fame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are going to get a level up. These get discarded. And yeah, we get a choice between so the top one is That one is Curse. So once a turn, either reduce one attack of an enemy by 1 or reduce armor of one enemy by 1 to a minimum of 1. You cannot use this skill on a fortified enemy in the ranged siege attack phase. And then the bottom one is, where's that? Puppet Master. Once a turn, either keep one enemy token you defeated this turn or discard one previously kept enemy token. If you discard one, then either get attack at half the strength of its attack value or block at half its armor value. If a token's attack is cold or fire, then so is the attack you get. If the token has cold or fire resistance, then the block you get is of the opposite elemental type. And I think I'll take, let's take Puppet Master here. So we also, oh, that should be re-rolled. It is a white. Let's take Firebolt into our for our advanced action, and the new advanced action is going to be Refreshing Walk. So we will draw our last card, which is Firebolt. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a green. They get 1 more. Back to us, and I think here I'm just going to let Tranquility go, and we'll use our action for the turn to flip that back over. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's they're going to declare it on the next turn, and for us, I think I'm going to take on this guy. We can use this for a green, and we can play our Firebolt for a red. And I'm going to use that red with the catapults for a siege fire attack of 5, and then I can use the green for a siege attack of 3 and a white from the source for a ranged attack of 4. So we have efficient 5 efficient attack, so we need another 3 points of efficient attack or 6 points of inefficient attack, and we have 4, 5, 6, 7, so that is enough to take him out in the ranged siege attack phase. So we get +2 reputation and +9 fame, so we go to 47, so just 1 short of leveling up, and that is going to end the round. Okay, so we can re-roll the source. It's red, blue, and white, and then we are refreshing the unit offer, and so the elite units are going to be, so the first one's going to be the Amatep Freezers, the second regular, or the first regular is going to be the Northern Monks, and the second elite is going to be the Ice Golems. For the advanced actions, Temporal Portal gets replaced with Magic Talent. They take Heroic Tail, these advance, and the new one is going to be Dodge and Weave. They're going to get a blue into their inventory for space bending, time bending, and then the new spell is going to be Tremor, Earthquake. We can ready our skills on our units and then shuffle up for the next round. Okay, so we can draw up to our hand limit of 6 + 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and we get Swiftness, Stamina, Concentration, Flame Wall, Flame Wave, Force of Nature, Swift Bolt, Crystallize, and Tranquility. For tactics, I'm going to take Mana Steel, so we get to go first. And I think for the dice, I'm going to use, let's go with probably the, let's take the white here. So we'll keep that. And then for our turn, I think I'm going to play Stamina and Swiftness for a move of 4, gets us back into the keep. And then we can play Crystallize with a, let's go with a blue. And I will take a, I think I'll take a green into our inventory. And we're left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in hand. This gets re-rolled, it's a black. Ouch. So we're going to draw another 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And we get March, Ruthless Coercion, and Mana Draw. Dummy player 1, 2, and 3. It's a green, they get 1 more. Back to us. And I think here, let's go with concentration with our green. And I just remembered, I think we forgot to use this skill when we killed this guy. So we could have taken this guy and kept him for using our Puppet Master skill. So yeah, sorry, concentration along with Ruthless Coercion for influence of 8. We get 2 here, that's 10. We can use our Illusionist for 4, that's 14. Plus 1 on the reputation track is 15, and then we'll play March Sideways for 16, which is enough to get the Ice Golems and the Amatep Freezers here. So we'll replace the Utem Guardsmen and the Illusionists, those two. So those two are out of the game. And then we will end our turn there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in hand. And these get discarded. So we draw another 3. So 1, 2, 3. And we get Firebolt, Promise, and Improvisation. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a red, they get 1 more. Back to us. And I think here we probably play Improvisation and discard Promise for a move of 3, which is enough to get us into the Magical Glade, and we reveal what's in the city. So it's 6 fire attack, brutal, ice resistance, 6 armor, 6 physical attack, paralyze, and 4 armor, 5 physical attack, brutal, and 5 armor, and then 2 attacks of 3 and 2 each, swiftness and 5 armor. And all of that physical attack is going to be poisonous. And I think we'll end our turn there. So these 2 get discarded, and we draw another. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We get 2 more, 7 and 8. And we get Rage and Savage Harvesting. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a red, they get 1 more. Back to us. Okay, so we're going to start with a gold for starting on the Magical Glade, and I think here let's go for a Savage Harvesting for a move of 2. That gets us into the city, and we will use, let's discard Firebolt in order to get a red into our inventory. So we will move into the city, we lose 1 reputation, and then these are the 4 enemies. And we are going to play Mana Draw with the white from our Mana Steel card here. We're going to take the black and set it to blue, and we will get 2 blue tokens, one of which we're going to use with the catapults for a siege ice attack of 5, and we are going to take out this guy with that. So that is him dead in the Rage at Siege attack phase. We're going to use the other blue for our Amatep Freezers, and we're going to target this guy so he's not attacking and his armor is reduced to 1. Then we are going to go on to the block phase. We're going to assign 3 points of his physical attack to this guy who has physical resistance and 4 armor, and then we can play Force of Nature for chosen unit gains physical resistance this combat. We're going to choose this guy, and we will assign his other physical attack to him. So he is that's all of his attacks accounted for, and then we're going to take 4 wounds to hand from him. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, because his brutal attack gets doubled to 12, and we have 3 armor. So we take 4 wounds to hand, and then we are going to go on to the attack phase. Remember, he has 1 armor, so we have a total of 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 6 is 12. And we are going to use Flame Wall with the red for a fire attack of 5. And then we can use Rage for an attack of 2, that's 7. And then we can use our Ice Golems for an attack of 3. So that's a total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we can use this this guy for, we will draw 2 brown enemies and get half their attacks. So we get 7 physical attack and then 3 attacks of 2 each. So that would be, and I think it's rounded down for the Puppet Master skill. So we get all rounded up, sorry, so rounded up. So that would be 4 physical attack from him, and then 1 from each of those. So that would be a total of 3 plus 4 is 7, which is enough to take all of those guys out. And yeah, so that was 5 armor plus 1 is 6 plus 6 is 12. All of the attack was physical, except for the flame wall. None of them had fire resistance, so that is enough to take those 3 out. We lose this puppet master enemy, and yeah, we are left with these 4 wounds in hand and Swift Bolt Tranquility. We can play our skill here for a green, which we would use with our Tranquility for a heal of 2. So we're left with 2 wounds in hand and our Swift Bolt. Okay, so let's tidy this up. We get 2 blues and a red, go away, gold and green. And then these 2 are getting, sorry, they're not. The white gets re-rolled, the blue doesn't. So that's a green and a blue in the source. Mana Steel is gone. And these are getting tidied up. So, okay, so let's take our fame first. So we get a total of, well, 4 shield tokens on the city first. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we get a total of 7 plus 5. We lose 1 reputation for that. So 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 5 is 17, plus 4 is 21. We're on 47, 57, 67, 68. So that's 2 level ups. We'll take 1 command token now. And then we are also getting a choice between okay, so these are the top one is, where is it? Battle hardened. Once a turn, ignore either the next 2 points of damage assigned to your hero from a single physical attack or 1 point of damage from a non-physical attack. And then the bottom one is Spirit Guides. Once a turn, move 1, and you may add +1 to a block of any type in the block phase. And I forgot to reveal the common skill on the last one, the last level up, and it's Wolfhawk's motivation skill. Okay, and I think I will actually take that motivation skill, and then the common skill is going to be so I think that's gain a white crystal and heal 1. For our advanced action, we have to take Crushing Bolt here, so these advance, and the new one we get is counter attack. So we have 1, 2, oh, Tranquility should be gone because we used that to heal. We have Mana Draw is also gone, so 1, 2, and 3. We are drawing up to our hand limit of 6 plus 2, so that's 8. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we get Swiftness, Determination, Stamina, Rage, and Crushing Bolt. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. They get 2 more because there's a blue. And back to us. And I think here let's use motivation. We'll get 1 extra fame. We won't draw anything, obviously. And then we will, I think we want to probably play Crushing Bolt for a green to our inventory. And then we can use, I think I'm going to get an advanced action here, and I'm going to take Dodge and Weave. So we have 4 influence there, we have 2 influence there, that's 6. We're at 0 on the reputation track, so we can take, oh sorry, Dodge and Weave here. And these advance. The new one that we get is going to be Pathfinding, and I think we end our turn there. Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll draw 1 more. Crushing Bolt gets discarded. We'll draw 1 more, and it is Dodge and Weave. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. They're going to declare end of round the next turn. Back to us. I think we want to, let's play Stamina for a move of 4. Gets us into the Magical Glade. We'll end our turn there. We can throw away a wound, and this gets re-rolled. It's a red. And then dummy player declares end of round, and I think for us, so we could stay on this Magical Glade and heal the wound, or we could move back to the city and see what we can recruit next turn. I think I'm more tempted to stay on the Magical Glade here. So we will just end our turn there. We can throw away the wound. I don't think there's anything else that we can get out of this hand. So yeah, we'll end it there. Source gets re-rolled, and it is a green, blue and red. Okay. Unit offer gets refreshed, and the first elite unit is going to be Ultim Guardians. The first regular is going to be the Illusionists, and the second elite is going to be the Ultim Guardians again. Advanced actions, Magic Talent gets replaced with Frostbridge. They take Refreshing Walk, these advance, and the new one we get is Ambush. They're going to get a blue into their inventory for Snowstorm Blizzard. And then the new spell that we get is going to be Demolish Disintegrate. We can ready our skills and then our units as well, and shuffle up for the next round. Okay, so we can draw up to our hand then with 6 plus 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And we get Stamina, Tranquility, Promise, Rage, Firebolt, Determination, Swift Bolt and Flame Wave. For tactics, I think I'm going to take Mana Search, and then yeah, we're going to go first. So for our turn, I think we will, well, we're starting with a black because we're on a Magical Glade. I'm going to re-roll the green and the red, and we get a green and gold, so that is not going to help us, I don't think. Let's play Stamina for a move of 2, gets us back into the city. We can use this for a white, and we will use the white along with Promise for influence of 4. We get 2 here for influence 6, and then we have 4 from the city is 10. We're at 0 on the reputation track, and I think I will play, let's play Rage Sideways for influence of 11. That is enough to recruit one of the Ultim Guardian units, and we will end our turn there. So these get discarded, and we're left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get another 3. So 1, 2 and 3. And we get Swiftness, Crushing Bolt and Force of Nature. Dummy player 1, 2 and 3. It's a white, they get 3 more. 1, 2 and 3. That black is gone. Back to us. And I think here let's go with Swiftness for a move of 2. And then we can play Determination Sideways for a move of 3, Tranquility move of 4, and Force of Nature move of 5. That gets us into the Magical Glade. I could take a white, red and green into my inventory. I wouldn't need to take the green because I already have a green there, although I could. Let's take a white and a red into our inventory by playing these 2. And then we will end our turn there, I think. White, red, yeah, we'll end it there. So we have 2 here. I'm sorry, I could have re-rolled the source. I think I'll re-roll the gold and the green. That's a red and a gold, okay. That was using Mana Search, sorry. And then we'll draw up to our hand limit of 6 plus 2, so that's 8. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we get Dodge and Weave, Rage, Concentration, March, Crystallize, and Mana Draw. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a green, they get 1 more. On the last turn as my action, I could have refreshed that because we didn't take an action. Okay, back to us. And for us, I think I'm going to re-roll the gold and the red. That is gold and black. Okay. We do start with the black because we're on the Magical Glade. For this, I think I'm going to play Crystallize with the blue and take a white into my inventory. And I think we probably end our turn there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll get 1 more. This gets re-rolled. It's a blue. And we get one more card, and it is improvisation. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a white, they get 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Back to us. And I think we will re-roll the black and the gold here. So that's a white and a blue. Okay. So let's use our motivation. We'll get +1 fame and 2 more cards, and we get savage harvesting and stamina. Okay. We will start with a black for being on the magical glade. We're going to play savage harvesting, stamina, and marsh for a move of 6, which is enough to get us into the city. These are the 6 enemies that we face. We're going to lose 1 reputation, and then we are going to play mana draw with a white from our inventory. We're going to take a white and set it to blue. We will use one of those blues with our catapults for a siege ice attack of 5. So where's this token? So siege ice attack of 5. I'm going to target this guy, so he's dead in the range of the siege attack phase. The second blue I'm going to use with our Amatep freezers for target enemy does not attack this combat and gets armor -3. So he is not attacking and he's down to 4 armor. So just to jump in here, I made a bit of a mistake. So I was using dodge and weave here to target him. I actually forgot about his +1 bonus for being in the blue city to his cold fire attack. So he was not successfully blocked, so he wouldn't get the armor reduction down to 8. So the only difference is it would take me 2 goes to finish the city off here instead of 1. I would be a couple of points of attack short, so I couldn't kill the brown enemy, but the rest of them I can kill. So I would just go on as I was here. I would use the Ultim Guardians for all units gain all resistances. I've assigned the 2 physical attacks of 3 each with brutal from the purple enemy to the Amatep freezers and the Ultim Guardians, and then I took 3 wounds into hand from the white enemy, and 2 wounds into hand from the purple enemy with 5 ice attack plus the 2 from the city bonus. So that's a total of 5 wounds into my hand. The freezers haven't attacked and they're down to 4 armor. And yeah, then the brown enemy, I would assign the remaining 1 cold fire attack to the catapults, who have 4 armor and all 3 resistances. And then I'm using flame wave for a total of 15 fire attack, and then concentration plus rage and improvisation for an attack of 6 from concentration plus rage and 3 from improvisation. And I would target the white, the 2 purple enemies, but I wouldn't be able to kill the brown enemy, so the brown enemy would not be killed here. And then the freezers, who are down to 4, I can use a blue from the source along with my other unit for ice attack of 6, so that would be enough to take him out. So everyone was killed except for the brown enemy, and yeah, that would be enough for me to level up twice. So I would get another command token, and I would get my final 2 skills, or a choice between my final 2 skills. I think one was Battle Frenzy, and one was Master of Chaos. So yeah, I'm just recapping here. I used the freezers to stop the Amatep freezers to stop the freezers from attacking and took their armor down to 4. I assigned the 2 physical attacks of 3 each to the Ultim Guardians and the Amatep freezers. So those were, I had to assign 6 points of damage from each of those because of the brutal ability. And they have 6 armor on the Amatep freezers and 7 on the Ultim Guardians. I used dodge and weave to reduce his attack from 5 down to 1, and then I would just have to assign that 1 point of cold fire attack to the catapults, who have all 3 resistances as well. And then I used Flame Wave. I was facing 5 enemies, so I had a total of 15 fire attack, and concentration plus rage and improvisation, which is more than enough attack to kill the white enemy and the 2 purple enemies, but not the brown enemy. And then my final unit gave me a nice attack of 6, which is efficient against the freezers. So all the enemies except for the brown enemy were killed. And I think the total amount of fame for all 6 enemies was 33, so that would have taken me up to 103. So without killing the brown enemy, I would have had 29 fame, which is enough to get the 2 level ups. I would have been left with the 5 wounds in hand, and so yeah, I take the fame here. And as I said, it was the total for all 6 was 33, but subtracting out the 4 from the brown enemy would have gotten me to 99, I think. So yeah, I get the extra command token. I would have used Puppet Master and kept the white enemy with 8 fire attack. And then for my skill choice, I would have taken Battle Frenzy, because I still have one more enemy left to kill here. I would have retreated out onto the desert space that I entered from, and then I still would have taken the same advanced action that I took, which was ambush. And then I no longer have the +2 to my hand size limit. So I would have only drawn up to 7. I had 5 in hand, 5 wounds in hand, and then I would have drawn ambush and ruthless coercion and not the swiftness. And as I said, I would have retreated back out onto the desert. And then for my final turn, I would have had to go back into the city, which would have required me to play ambush, which gave me move 2 to move back in. I would have lost another reputation. The coal fire attack of 5, I would have taken wounds from, and then I could have used my Battle Frenzy skill along with the white enemy token that I kept with Puppet Master for a fire attack of 4, and then the Battle Frenzy would have given me an attack of 4 as well, which is a total attack of 8. So yeah, that would have been enough to kill the final enemy, and then we could have obviously I wouldn't have been recruiting the Ultim Guardians there as I was on my final turn. Okay, so yeah, that is the end of the game. That's the first time I think I've done a Megapolis, but yeah, it was quite a lot of fun there. I thought we had a good setup with the keep, and then being on the Magical Glade. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But let me tidy up here and then we can come back for scoring. Okay, so we ended with 1 spell, so that's another 2. And then our advanced actions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's up to 111. And then I guess we'll take the wounds off now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's down 10 points. And then no artifacts, no crystals. Units, we had 3, 6, 9, plus 8 is 17. So we go to 118. And then for sites, we only had 2 keeps and a mage tower, I think. So that's 2, 4, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 20 for the cities. So we go to 24. 15 for all cities. So 34, 39. And then we had, how many were left here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 44. 4 plus 5 because end of round wasn't called. So that's up to the 9, and the total then is 169, I think. I think that's right, if I didn't forget to do the dummy deck properly. But I think I did. I'll have a look back anyway and during the editing. But yeah, that was fun. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as always. And yeah, thanks for joining, and hope you can join again next time. Thank you.